Yo, this your boy. I ain't do this in so long, man. Yo, this your boy Jive Turkey live from the 2-1 mother fucking 5. What up? I said what up? What's going on, y'all? Chilling. I'm gonna do a reaction video to JGODS. I am worried about Warzone 2.0 because he played the game and I wanna get his thoughts on the game and give my opinion to what he's talking about, because I haven't played the game, but I know a lot of these new Call of Duty players, and I can't say new Call of Duty players, but like these newer content creators like that just emerged this year, and Warzone, when Warzone came, they just emerged, and a lot of them are crying about this Warzone, and I want to hear his thoughts on it. And you know, he gives like good information on the game. He's fairly good at the game, so it's not like he's trash and he gives all this gun information and dude, you're trash, why am I listening to you? But he's actually good at the game, so it's like, okay, I could listen to this dude and he gives out information. So
today we're basically talking about Warzone 2, the good, the bad, the ugly. I had an experience to play it early with about 200 creators. Overall, one of the things I liked was the map. I think the map overall looked good. Lighting in general seemed good. Obviously, there might be some dark, cheesy areas that they'll eventually have to fix.
A lot of people that buys the stuff doesn't notice, but like people like me who said I'm just literally not gonna give COD any extra money because they really don't care. They only care about money. I'm gonna just tell you guys something. The dark parts of the map is not gonna ever be fixed. That's for the people who, the pay to win players, basically, because Warzone is a free game. Like, you could probably buy some guns. They do the same damage, they do everything the same, but they have a different iron sight. Like a nicer iron sight where you can see people a little better. The dark corners in the map is when you get the free skins, the free default skins, and the people you could earn for free. You ever notice they're never dressed in black? Like, I remember one of them was dressed in black, but she had a white head where you could still see her. Everybody else that you purchase, not everybody else, but a lot of the purchase players are black, all black, have on all black so they can hide in those corners. No default players has on all black, not one. Not saying you're gonna hide in a corner, but even if you have a gunfight in that room, I won't be able to see you most of the time. But let's go.
Before we get into the cons, because I don't want to sound like I'm just bashing the game, because there are a lot of cons. So some of the neutral things.
Dude, you're 1 minute into a 20-minute video and you're talking about, yeah, let's go to the neutral things. So I guess 15 minutes of it is bad things?
That I think they could work on are the vehicles. The vehicles have like this weird wonky turn radius, similar to when Caldera first integrated into Warzone, which I think they could just tune those to make them feel like Warzone does now. I think like they want you to make it feel like a tanky vehicle feels slow and clunky and heavy. So they've intentionally done that. IW is super about realism, even at the cost of fun, and that's sometimes unfortunate. I don't really feel like there's certain elements where, does that make it more fun, less fun, or no different? And you got to kind of...
My opinion on what they need to do with the vehicles, like he said, I didn't play the game. I didn't feel the vehicles or anything. But like he said, the turn radius was bad. Like, fix the turn radius. Just make the hit box, when people try to hit you with a car, make it be smaller. Just make it be smaller. Make me have to be exactly in front of the car, like right in front of the car, like no, you know, like right in front of the car for the vehicle to actually hit me.
Consider that, because at the end of the day, it's a video game. You want to have fun. Another thing that is a little bit split in the community, I saw a lot of people talking about this, was the 2v2 Gulag. Personally, I went into 3 gulags. I won 2 out of 3 gulags, and you end up with 1 random player. You can get a kill. Maybe you get both kills. Maybe they get the kills. And
A random player? I don't like that. Yeah, I don't.
you don't, or you just get wiped, right? But in addition to that, you also get this little key that drops, and you can actually escape through a door, and that's gonna serve as the place of like the capture the flag element. Another interesting thing was the triple zones.
From what I've seen, I like the triple zone.
And I think that could add an interesting element, but it does end like a little weirdness. I think kind of like one of those things that
It does end in a little bit of weirdness. Of course it's gonna be weird. It's not Warzone. It's not Warzone 1 anymore. It's Warzone 2. They're making it different. It's a different challenge. You have to learn a new game, bro.
Another thing is proximity chat. It seemed like a lot of people were hyped about that. I think as a casual person playing this game, or even if you play the game seriously, proximity chat's super cool, no matter which way you look at it.
Proximity chat is insane. I know he's not saying he don't like it, but proximity chat is insane in a video game. It's going to be ways like PC players, they're going to just be on Discord. But I really like the fact that everybody can hear each other. I love that.
It could also be abused by people who want to stream snipe, or maybe play copyright music while you're streaming or something like that, and get your channel striked or something really bad, right? So there are some elements of that that could be.
Yeah, it's we all know about PC players know about the proximity chat, man. Playing some little baby or something while you streaming. And yeah, we all know, dog. But it's still super cool. Just hit mute.
Be abused. So from a content creator perspective, I think it's kind of like good, bad, and like it could be great, you know?
Agree.
So I don't know. It's kind of a tricky one. One other crucial part is the movement. The movement is one of these things that people, especially if you're newer to the Call of Duty franchise, you feel like it's unnatural to not have a slide cancel or things like that. But this
He said it feels unnatural to not have a slide cancel. Wow. He said if you're new, it feels unnatural to not have a slide cancel.
Natural to not have a slide cancel or things like that. But this feels a little bit more what I would call a traditional Call of Duty.
Thank you, JGODS. Okay, all right. We're on the same page.
Which is perfectly fine. I think there's some elements on it that need to be maybe tightened up. Maybe the slide to reduce that sprint to fire time so you can hit fire at least a little bit sooner while sliding. Maybe the dive, make it a little bit more functional, because right now it's like you just use it across a pathway and a few things like that. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of one.
Remember the old dolphin dive? I don't know how many people remember the old dolphin dive, but at one point, I think they fixed it. I think they tweaked it, but at one point, you dove and you did like a double bounce. Like you dove and landed like doop, doop, like that. And then you can shoot. It was like dive, doop, doop, then you can shoot. And then we cried about it because it was kind of stupid. Like you should be able to, like when you dive, you should be able to be shooting, but it could be terrible shots. You know what I mean? Like bullets going everywhere randomly, but you should be able to shoot. Like he said, when you slide, you should still be able to shoot. It's probably going to be all over the place, but you should still be able to shoot.
But I wouldn't envision like we're going to get slide canceling at any point because the responses that I've seen, there's enough positive that are going to hold that one that the devs are just going to be like, all right, we're cool. We could stick with this, but maybe we tune it a little bit to kind of offset.
I don't want slide canceling in the game. I was very good at slide canceling. It got me a lot of awesome breaking camera moves and all kind of stuff, but like I just want smart, good aiming players to prosper. Like
loadout drops are gone, right? So I think this is a neutral one, because if you're a BR purist, you're like, thank God, I think loadouts ruined Battle Royale.
I really like the no loadout thing, but let's hear his point first.
if you're a min-maxer and you've watched a lot of my videos, you probably are, and you want, you know, a loadout a second you drop in. All right, cool. You know, you have those two people, and I think it's perfectly fine to remove them, right? They are supplementing it. There's going to be weapon, loadout weapons that you can purchase at the buy station. No, there's going to be ways to get loadout weapons, because initially they're not going to have perks within the game, and I think they're going to just see how the overall...
No perks. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this game. I'm loving this game more and more. No one should have perks in a battle royale. It should be no perks. Everything should be attachment based. Like if you want more strafe, put an attachment on the gun. If you want to swap weapons faster, put an attachment on the gun. Weapon perks. Weapon perks is cool, but no on body perks. No, oh, somebody's looking at me. Like, no on body perks. Just the weapons. I really like this idea. And the no loadout thing, I love it.
And another one did more of a spectating thing was the body cam. It makes it look like you're on the person's shoulder or their head cam, like they had a GoPro attached or something like that. And I don't really care for the angle. And when I was streaming, the chat was basically, what is this? I'm getting nauseous, you know? So I'm not going to show too much of that in the gameplay, but just so you can see it there, it does look a little bit weird. It does give that like visceral, like following it, you're in the action, but nah, it doesn't really work in a practical sense. So even if they would decide to keep it because they invested resources, at least allow it to have the first person perspective, which would make it a little bit nicer, right? And then on top,
they're doing as much they can for you not to be able to help out your teammate too much. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
Top of that, when you are spectating, it has a lack of information. You can't really see the player count, you can't see the mini map, so it's not like you're spectating them from a personal POV. And obviously we've done a bunch of spectating videos on the channel, so it'd be better for us if it worked the way it should, but who knows what they're gonna do with that. And that,
you mean work the way it did? Because if they put it the shoulder cam and that's how it was working in this game, it is working the way it should. Y'all gotta stop crying about new stuff. It's a new game and it's a new experience. Stop crying.
that's a lot.
Not the way it should, the way it did. Because it is working the way it should. That's how they made the game.
Of the neutrals, right? We've gone through a lot here, but I want to get through the cons because it's gonna sound like I'm whining, but I'm not. I'm just giving tons of feedback. If they change nothing, I'll probably still be playing Warzone, right? Like, but one of the biggest flaws, the absolute biggest flaw, at least in my opinion, for Warzone 2.0 was the looting systems, because there's a couple elements at play here. And one, I think this would work probably perfectly.
I knew people was gonna cry about the looting system. Let's see what he got to say.
Because you have your general inventory that is on your person, and then you have a backpack that holds additional inventory. And with this system, it allows you can hold as many plates as you want, because you get your 3 that takes up the inventory. And then if you want to hold 3 more, you just put them in your inventory, and they're in stacks of 3. So you could have 3.
What's wrong with that?
6, 9, 12 stacks of plates, and that's it. But it's going to take up your inventory slots, or you accidentally pick up an SMG or whatever the case is, and then now you decide to get your loadout weapon, which is a rifle, and you weren't carrying rifle ammo.
He said you accidentally pick up all this stuff and then you get your loadout, which is a rifle, and you don't have rifle ammo. How about if you know, all right, I'm looting towards getting my loadout. I'm looting for that. I'm looting towards getting a rifle. Make sure you got rifle ammo. What am I not? What am I dumb or like?
So it's very similar to Apex, where you have to store the allotted ammo for your specific weapon type. So that makes sense. Games do it. But in addition to that, even though on screen it just looks like, hey, this is Apex's looting system or something along those lines, I've played Apex and I played this, Apex feels infinitely smoother to actually use the items.
You played Apex, and you played this. You played this, which in Call of Duty, for 2 days. I'm sure you got at least 8 months or something in Apex. Play the game. Play the game. It's a new game. Get used to it, dog. Get used to it. You'll be flowing like this soon as you get used to it. Your first week, you're not going to know stuff. JGOD, I know you think you know a lot in COD. Now you got to learn more. Boom, boom. You learn this, and then it'll be water to you, man. It's new. It's a new looting system. It's new. You got to learn something different. Unfortunately, the last part of the video was muted for JGOD's side. I don't know what happened, but it's just him talking and you can't hear anything, but you can hear me. But basically from this video, I see he played the game and I didn't. I don't know how clunky it is or anything. You know, you could you could always fix clunkiness. But like, for what I've seen is he just don't like it's a new looting system. And whatever's new, I don't think that's gonna work. It's a 3-zone thing. I don't think that's gonna work because it's new. Like everything new that you gotta learn, you know, like they don't like. I just think once you learn a game, once you learn the aspects of the game, it's gonna be second nature. You just gotta learn it. You're not gonna just jump on the sticks and then know how to do everything. You gotta learn. You gotta suck for a little while. But thanks for watching the video. JGOD's full video will be in the description. He's a good dude. I watched some of his stuff and I never said, hey, I hate this. I don't like this guy. Like, I really think he's an all right dude. Like, I don't know him in real life or anything, but, you know, check him out. Link will be in the description, and I'm out.